Have you ever seen those videos where someone says a video game saved their life? Usually it's about something big like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, or some other massive AAA title with a cult following. And at first, the idea always felt strange to me. How can a game, a movie, or a song save your life? Change your entire perspective? What are you, a little crybaby? How does a story move you so much that you start enjoying life again or becoming a better person? What kind of pathetic person lets fiction define them? Honestly, I get it now. You relate to a character or a story and it suddenly feels like someone out there understands you. It reminds me of that one scene from Mob Psycho where Reagan talks to a villain and they start sharing sad stories.
わかるよ、お前の気持ち。こいつ、俺と同じ。俺も子供の頃、小4くらいだったかな。親にその日運動会だってこと伝えてなくて、俺だけ弁当がなかった。それはお前が悪いというか、いや何の話？孤独を。
Something like that, just a little more serious. The clock is ticking and we all know we are marching toward the inevitable. Most of the time, gaming and entertainment serve as a distraction, something to keep our minds at ease. Entertainment doesn't have to be deep. Games do not need to be complex. Stories aren't required to move us, and yet here we are. The human brain is made for pattern recognition. We solve puzzles, look for parallels, especially between fiction and reality. And it is not just our minds. Our hearts are hungry too, constantly, desperate for new emotions, new experiences. We do not listen to music because it's just pretty noises. We listen because it makes us feel. That's where enjoyment comes from. So, of course, we get bored with surface level crap. Shallow entertainment and hollow stories will never satisfy the brain or the heart. We long for stories that help us, characters that we care about. And when you're fully immersed in a like this, in a world like in games, where you feel like an actual participant, that's where the real magic happens.
It is a good life we lead, brother.
At best, may it never change.
And may it never change us.
The DSM. We got it, sir. Good. That's one less loose end.
What? Ghost! Oh. Shit. They're not gonna kill us, no way. Ghost is not...
Oh, fuck that.
Stand unshaken amidst the crash of world.
Come on, baby girl. I got you.
If he loses another daughter, I'm gonna be so sad.
Shit. We're okay.
We're okay, we're okay.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
Just come after her.
Oh, a tank! And he's at his favorite haunt. Oh, my boys! Oh, they... Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Despite that, we can be cynical and skeptical of such things, not because we are unable to find these genuine moments of emotional weight within stories, but because we got used to mediocrity. Allow me to elaborate. Games have always been there for me. I think they were a kind of a therapy, a way to escape. That old rusty computer, it was always there to spark excitement and offer new adventures. And even though I lived thousands of miles away from Japan, I still got to experience games like Dark Souls, Metal Gear, and many others. What I'm saying is, kids like us, who grew up glued to the screens with unrestricted internet access, we are a new kind of human. We have consumed the same stories across the world, and while that doesn't erase our differences, it does bring us one step closer to understanding each other. People worry about nuclear war and apocalypse, but honestly, that's not what keeps me up at night. What worries me is that we cannot get good entertainment anymore. In this whirlwind of content, information, misinformation, trends, and hot takes, our minds and hearts are being eroded. We consume more information daily than humans ever have, and who knows what it's doing to us. And all these ease of access, it's lowered the bar. Surface level garbage floats to the top. And the diamonds, they're thinking, look at modern gaming. Most games are absurdly expensive. The devs have no idea how to tell a good story, and the mainstream output is, well, slop. Honestly, it makes harder for people to get into new things. So I turn to others for recommendations. In this case, there was a certain person who goes by the nickname of Prof. Trench on the internet who has a good taste in games and shows, who brought up the title on numerous occasions. Granted, I trusted the taste of a friend, I still did not expect to be impressed. Sometimes best things come from the places we do not really take notice of. That brings me to the game I've been dying to talk about, Limbus Company.
Limbus Company!
E.G.Oの軍謀人것들을 서로 안에 담아서 어디든 지옥까지 끌고 다니며 있는 힘껏 내려칠 거다.
해결사로서 맹세하지. 네가 원하던 것을 내가 줄 수 있을 거라고. 나는 당신에게 내일을 줄 수 있어.
이해할 수 없는 말을 하는군.
이건 결투에 응해준 거라고 생각해도 될까?
그럴 리가.
우리는 야심가도 탐욕가도 아니며 그저 기술을 사랑했던 아이에 불과했지. 처음으로 우리가 숨을 쉰다고 느꼈던 그날을 기억하오.
네 도움 없이도 내일은 언제나 찾아온다.
아니, 내가 말한 건 찾아오는 내일이 아니라 당신이 찾는 내일이야. 하루하루 의미 없이 살아간다고 느끼고 있었지. 병이 시키는 대로 인간의 피를 먹고 끝이 없는 세월을 살아가면서 삶의 의미 따위는 없었잖아. 하지만 당신들이 걸린다는 외로움이야. 제안에 응할 거라면 네 이름을 외쳐라. 그리고 최선을 다한 한 수로 결판을 내자.
내 이름은 돈 키우테.
자유롭게.
I know what you're thinking. What is this anime looking like noble sounding nonsense? But oh buddy, this is the game your favorite game wishes it could be. If you think there is a more unhinged, wholesome, fun, and emotionally devastating game out there, drop it in the comments. Drop it like it's hot. But, knowing people, it probably will be some edgy, Guna trash, or another Project Moon game, in which case, no, it's not better. First thing you need to know, Limbus Company is a gacha game. What's a gacha game? Oh, you sweet summer child. It's like a digital casino. You spend money hoping to win items, characters, or upgrades, usually with odds that make you question your life choices. So yeah, I see the weak-willed backing out now. To them I say, don't come back. But for those still there, you're in for a treat. Unlike other games that treat your wallet and your soul like a commodity, Limbus Company lets you earn things through play. You do not collect new characters, you earn new identities for the same old 12 sinners. There is no artifact system, no 50-50 banners, and absolutely no cash grab traps from the company. It's generous, it's smart, and it's fair. How so? You can collect identity shards through gameplay and later spend this currency in the shop to get any character identity or E.G.O you want. Identities are like the new character skins with new abilities you unlock for your original 12 sinners, and E.G.Os, they are like the ultimate abilities and weapons. This differs from most gacha games where you have to get what you desire through special banners where you are not even guaranteed to get the item you want. The Limbus Company also has banners, but you do not have to gamble on them to get what you need. Now let's take a step back. What even is Limbus Company? Just for a second, let's play pretend. Imagine yourself in complete darkness. Cold wind is biting on your skin. You wake up in the middle of a forest, disoriented. You're not looking through eyes. You're seeing through a mechanical box. A clock is ticking inside your head. No, it is your head that is ticking. You have been decapitated. Your head was replaced by a prosthetic clock. And you have no recollection of the past, of who you are. Strangers are after your life, and before they manage to get you, you hear a roar of engine coming from the woods. Suddenly, a bus crashes through the trees, and out come the sinners. You are Dante, the manager. These messed up individuals swear loyalty to you, fight for you, die for you, but when they die, you turn back the clock and revive them, feeling every bit of the pain they suffered yourself. The fight seems lost, but then Virgil shows up. Your guide saves the day. That's the opening, and it only gets weirder. I was told the game was dark, but I did not expect traveling through Inferno, riding a bus called Mephistopheles that runs on human flesh. And I did not expect to share that journey with 12 mental asylum escapees. But here we are, and I'm loving every minute of it. Soon I realized that every character is named after a literary reference. Some are characters, some are authors, some are deep cuts that would take 2 lifetimes to fully trace. But it's not lazy homage or shallow plagiarism. The writers understand what made the classics powerful, and they channel that spirit into something new, something beautiful. Take E.G.O, Sinner number 1, named after the Korean poet, a depressed inventor with a shattered mind and a poetic soul. Faust, Sinner number 2, the mastermind behind the demon bus and most of the company's secrets. Don Quixote, Sinner number 3, a hyperactive little gremlin who stole everyone's hearts and probably is responsible for most of the player base finding about Limbus Company. And not to forget about Sinner number 10, Dante. That's you, headless amnesiac, a walking time bomb who can rewind death. The only one who suffers every time others die. Only Virgil remembers who you really are. He's the strongest fixer alive, your stoic guide and occasional candy delivery guy for the bus driver, Charon. Yes, that Charon. The ferryman of the dead who is now adorable. So what does Limbus Company do anyway? Officially, they contain abnormalities, strange phenomenon of monster-like creatures that wreak havoc on the streets of the city. Secretly, they're chasing something else. Golden Boughs, reality-warping artifacts that affect the world around according to the wishes of its owner. Usually the Boughs are connected to each sinner's past. These golden Boughs can turn people into monsters, or rewrite the world entirely. The sinners are a strange group of people who signed the contract to work for the company, and they can never back out of this job. Their time is connected to Dante's clock. He can reach across timelines and pull alternate versions of the sinners into battle. He can also indefinitely revive dead sinners and do a whole lot more. Yeah, it gets wild. But here's the best part. Even though the lore is deep, the story never becomes confusing. It's complex but always clear. So maybe now you're interested in the story, but how about the gameplay? Again, same with how the style and genre of this game is not for everyone, but the gameplay may be too different or difficult for many. It's a turn-based strategy game with simultaneous combat roles, making battles feel snappy and dynamic. The game requires you to build up a team, level up your sinners, and pitch them in battle against the enemy. There are two main types of combat encounters, focused and unfocused ones. Each sinner brings certain different skills to the table. Their abilities can be chained up together before the turn and clashed against the enemy abilities. The simultaneous turn happens after you decide which abilities you wish to use. In focused encounters, you can decide which ability will clash with certain enemy ability. In unfocused encounters, the skills automatically are clashed against one another. When the turn gets played out, the clashes occur. The side rolling higher numbers ends up winning the clash and dealing damage. There are two outer combat options that decide which abilities will be used automatically for you. The win rate button tries to clash the abilities that are most likely to succeed, and the damage button tries to deal as much damage as possible, ignoring the odds of success, and usually it focus fires a single enemy instead of clashing with all enemy abilities present. If this sounds complicated, it really is not. It's just difficult to put it into words. Other important thing to note is that the game has sanity system. If you lose too many clashes during combat, your sinners will start losing sanity and they might panic, lose a turn, or even attack friendly units. Winning clashes restores sanity, and taking out enemies also recovers sanity for your sinners. Each sinner has multiple identities that function as entirely new characters during combat. You have to put a team of different identities together before battle, so considering their synergies is important. Each ID has its own perks and multiple skills. Skills have their own scene affinity. This is easy to spot by the color of each skill. You usually want to pair up identities with common scene affinities. A used skill during combat at the end of the turn generates a scene resource of its kind. For example, the blue color abilities are pride affinity and generate pride resources. The red ones are wrath, and so on. Once you generate enough of these E.G.O resources, the sinners may use their E.G.O. The E.G.O are like the ultimate abilities that the sinners have. They can be incredibly potent. Some can act as support by healing your team or recovering their sanity, and some can act as nukes, taking out multiple foes on their own. But be careful when using E.G.O. At low sanity, your sinners may go crazy and suddenly decide that you are the enemy. The combat can be deeply strategic, and mastering it can be rewarding. You can build many kinds of teams focused on many different mechanics. but getting into all of it would take simply too much time. I will just say press the win rate button as much as you can. As long as your team is decent and sinners leveled up, you will be mostly fine. Harder content will be unbeatable using automatic combat, but that's a topic for another day. Back to the big question. How did this game turn my life around? Well, my food delivery was late once, and I stubbed my toe twice. So when Limbus Company came to my life, it was special. All jokes aside, this is a game that made my life a little bit better. It was made by a tiny studio. Most of Project Moon's 50 employees also work in a restaurant. Yes, a real restaurant, one that even exists in the game universe. These people are passionate. At the end of each canto, which are like parts of the game, where we go through the traumatic past of one of the sinners, we always get to hear their voice, actor, thing. Each little story crafted by Project Moon feels like a passion project made with love and care. They have crafted multiple games, light novels, webtoons, and music, and they've reached the hearts of millions. And for someone like me who loves making things, stories, poems, music, art, videos, Limbus Company felt like a breath of fresh air. It didn't save my life. Maybe I was deceiving in the title of the video, but it did something almost as rare. It reignited the spark, made me want to create new things, and made me cherish my life more. Without Limbus Company, I would not be making this video. Or maybe any videos. And for that, I will always be grateful. Finally, while I do not really have a sentimental and emotionally jam-packed story of how Limbus Company saved my life, I have this to say to all Limbus Company fans.
Beach volleyball! Beach volleyball! Beach